Welcome to History of Art. My name's Alex and I'm the course leader for the History of Art course. So History of Art is a fantastic A-level to do. You can do it with a whole range of other subjects really. It goes really well as your essay subject with a range of arts courses, so could be used to combine with Art A-level and subjects like that. But it equally well goes with science courses. You could use it as an essay topic within those. It goes well with history and our various history courses. It could be used if you have an interest in cultural history. It works really well as a kind of cultural history option. Or it could even be used alongside science courses. I mean, really, History of Art is a fantastic A-level to do alongside any course that you are studying.
Hi, my name's Anya and I study History of Art, Geography and Philosophy. I chose to study History of Art because when I'm older I would like to work in museums and galleries, and I thought it would be a good subject to kind of widen my knowledge into that industry.
Hi, I'm Emma. I do History of Art at Godalming College. So I really wanted to do History of Art because I've always been interested in ancient history and oral history, but I never got the chance to study it in the context of art. So the college offered the course and I was really interested in looking at sort of the chronology and the influences of art throughout history, and it's been a really amazing experience for me.
I'm Lara and I study History of Art, Travel and Tourism and Psychology. I chose History of Art because I've always been interested in artists and the art they've created and why they've created the art.
So within History of Art A-level, you do two main papers. The first paper is called the Themes paper, and on that you study visual analysis, which is the toolkit you will need as an art historian to evaluate a range of artworks. This would include looking at paintings, sculpture and architecture, and the language that you would need within those topics. You then go on to look at the identities module within the themes topics, and those two modules allow you to explore 1,000 years or 2,000 years of history across the Western and non-Western artworks.
I like how History of Art shows how art represents the change in society and culture over time, and you can clearly see how the media has portrayed changes through like technological and social political developments.
The course explores how art is influenced by social and political factors and how it can be used as a powerful message that can influence and inspire people.
So we offer a lot of trips with History of Art. We recently went to Paris, to the Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, and we saw a lot of pieces that we study during the course. And what's really great about that is that we get to see them up close and see about like the techniques that we are studying in the lessons and see those in practice during the trips. And what I really love about it is that you get to see the way that we do it. We study each piece individually and then look at how the movements that they're in influence each other. And it's a really great way to study it because it gives you a rounded understanding of the entire course rather than just individual pieces.
In the second year, you would then do the 19th century avant-garde module, which looks at Victorian and French art, Impressionists and Pre-Raphaelites, for example, and you do the modernism module, where we look at art in the early 20th century.
The teachers are really nice and supportive, and you can always go to them to ask any questions. They're really passionate about the subject.
Our teachers offer workshops and support to all of the students. They're always available to ask questions and to support you at any aspects of the course that you might be struggling in, or in homework, essays, anything like that. And they offer resources online that you can use to do practice essay questions and everything. They're really, really helpful and supportive.
The teachers are really lovely and supportive. The lessons are always really engaging, and I find that we engage in lots of discussions about art and kind of what it means, and like lots of different things behind why the artist created it.
History of Art is a subject that allows for some great visits, both residential and as day trips. We go up to London to visit the Tate Modern. We have connections to the Courtauld Gallery in London as well, which all can be done within day trips out, which students find very enjoyable. We also offer a residential trip to Paris, which we go on in the middle of the year. academic year, and that involves a 3 to 4 night stay in Paris, where we look at the Musée d'Orsay, the Louvre. It's very good for the second year module, where we look at Impressionist artworks and French artworks, but it also ties in very well to the Identities and War modules, where we can look at artworks by artists like Delacroix and the artist David.
After college, I'm going to study history of art at uni, so that hopefully I can get into the arts and culture sector.
I've applied to study history of art at uni, and I've also applied to study history of art and music, which I think works really, really well together, because art and music are obviously very intertwined, and you can really see how both of your interests can coalesce.
After college, I'm taking a gap year and then hopefully going on to study history of art at a university.
So if you're interested in this course, you don't have to have studied either history or art at GCSE. If you have studied history, we ask for a 4 or above in that, but as an essay subject, you don't need to have done those things necessarily. In terms of where people go on to after studying history of art with us, we have a large number of students who go on to do history of art at university. We have sent people from everywhere, from the Courtauld in London to other London universities, Oxford, but through a range of universities. But also people just use it as an essay-based A-level for a range of applications. We have people going on to study art at Art College. We have people going on to study history. It forms a fantastic background for any future studies that you wish to do.